In the last video, we said it would behave this way, and that's exactly what happened. In the last Crypto Insight Premium livestream, we explained that Solana had to drop before going up, and that's exactly what happened. As you know, we've been looking for buying opportunities from way down, and we've followed the upward movement. Now, we're going to answer the following question. Do we expect Bitcoin to keep rising? Let's focus first on the traditional markets. Look at this S&P 500 chart on its 4-hour time frame. As we've been discussing for the past few weeks, we expected a positive outlook for the S&P 500. In the last video I shared with you, I suggested paying close attention to the $5,658 price level, just to see if there was any chance of closing September in negative territory. In that scenario, it would only have time tomorrow, Friday the 27th, and next, Monday the 30th, to drop by 3. Now, if you ask me honestly, I see it unlikely because, remember, the predominant trend for the mid to long term, according to Crypto Insight, remains positive. It seems like everything is pointing towards adding September 2024 to the historical statistic, which tells us that September is typically a negative month for traditional markets. And we can say the same thing about the Nasdaq. But even before seeing this black swan, we were speculating that this would happen sooner or later. Remember, we've been positive on the traditional market for several weeks now, and look at how the black swan has already taken shape. It's basically threatening to surpass the Nasdaq's all-time high. And I'll tell you the same thing I mentioned about the S&P 500. For the statistic of a negative September to hold true in traditional markets, the Nasdaq would have to drop 4.58 from its current price level in the remaining time today, tomorrow, and next Monday. Honestly, it's a very difficult task. Not impossible, but difficult, especially when you consider how smart money has been working within these structures, leading to a black swan against a key level. This event supports the idea of staying bullish in the traditional market. As I've been saying many times, when a hypothesis works from the start and everything aligns, don't change your mind. Instead, look for what needs to happen for the hypothesis to stop making sense. And for this reason, when it comes to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, we've been bullish for several weeks now. That's why we've been tracking the price action during every pullback, including the current one. Just this morning, or a few hours ago, I was talking to members of Crypto Insight Premium, where we do live sessions daily and speculate on interesting entry points in the futures market. I was telling them how friendly Bitcoin has been, allowing us to make several re-entries and successful scalps on longs that have been highly profitable. But since I'm briefly mentioning Crypto Insight Premium, I must tell you that members have been closely monitoring the SU chart as well. And well, what can I say? We analyzed the possibility of generating this black swan at the time, and the outcome is now clear. You're seeing the consequences already. I know that many members of Crypto Insight Premium have been looking for longs and entries into this asset. They can't stop talking about SUI. If you'd like to be part of these live sessions on Crypto Insight Premium, you'll find the link to the access form in the description and pinned comment of this video. I highly recommend reading the form carefully and slowly to fill it out properly, so you can join our community where we do live sessions daily. To give you a glimpse of what Crypto Insight Premium looks like on the inside, here's our Telegram channel. And another asset, now that I'm seeing it, is TIA. Wow, how obsessed they are with this asset. I think they even dream about TIA, but honestly, I'm not surprised. Anyway, something's up with TradingView. They've informed us they're having issues with drawing lines, so if at any point you see lines disappearing from the chart, now you know why. Moving on, Ethereum on its 4-hour time frame. What do we see? An accumulation process that has generated a black swan, and now the price is following an upward supply line. In other words, as long as this structure doesn't confirm a breakdown, we'll continue to be positive and optimistic about Ethereum's price. If you ask me, I'd like to see Ethereum at the $27.85 price level. I think somehow, maybe with a bit of trickery, who knows, but we could reach that level. For me, there's still some room to run in the short term. And if you ask about the long term, maybe we'll leave that for another video. Although if you've been following us for a while, I think you already know our mid to long term directional view. And now I'll share what I think will happen with Bitcoin and other altcoins that could present great opportunities. But first, welcome to Crypto Insight, your ethical and moral channel for cryptocurrency technical analysis. Here, we really know what we're talking about. We conduct advanced technical analysis that has been developed for over 12 years. We upload videos several times a week. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, let me know and leave a comment with your opinion. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell so you don't miss the next opportunity. let's talk about the information we're getting from BNB, Binance's token, which we find very interesting. On one hand, we won't discuss the long term yet, but this structure in BNB is key because it's a guideline from a Z pattern. This level will determine whether we'll be extremely bullish or bearish in the mid to long term. At another time, we can explain why, as this requires a more detailed explanation. But that's what the data is telling us. On the other hand, here we have a strong bearish impulse, which is very natural to see within a Z pattern. And right here, since the market is fractal, we have a corrective pattern that we label as complex, where we see the W. This is a very timid eye. Now, we could be, or rather we are, in the formation of a Z, but what could happen is that this Z might be deep and aggressive. In other words, it could continue rising strongly. This is one of our uncertainties, but we always prefer to support the idea that has been working since its inception. We expected upward movement from the bottom, and it has continued to rise. When an idea works repeatedly, you must stick with the initial concept that gave you the insight, which later developed based on experience. This is the most practical approach. So, without having any crystal ball, let's evaluate this Z pattern in and of itself. The key is not trying to reverse the idea. That wouldn't be practical. Now, let's see how this defense zone holds up. If the price fails to break through it, maybe we'll get a fake out. Why not? But then, if the price moves upwards and the Z continues, that would be a very positive development. And as I mentioned earlier, nobody has a crystal ball that shines and sees everything. That's why we simply follow a well-founded trend hypothesis, and we'll discard that hypothesis if we observe certain behavior. The behavior, which I won't draw but will explain, would be breaking through this structure aggressively to the downside. If that happens, we'll need to recalibrate. Why am I telling you this? Well, because I'm a bit concerned about MicroStrategy, to be honest. Let's see if the lines load. Okay, it loaded a few, but some are still missing. Now, everything has loaded. So, MicroStrategy. Remember, we've been speculating. We've reached and broken through this creek, and now we've done it. The price is currently above. All right, we're now entering the classic scenario of a potential trap. No one can tell us, nor can anyone guarantee, that after this event, the price will continue to rise. Certainly, looking at where we're coming from and how we're tracking the price, it's wise to keep following the hypothesis, especially if you've been in the green since the beginning. Basic investment and trading principles. Add weight or increase your positions on already winning trades. That's the way you'll see your profitability grow. Of course, at some point the trend will end, but as I mentioned earlier, what's concerning is that even though we want to prioritize staying with the trend, who's to say that this isn't the classic market trap? A trap that makes the party go on even longer, with a false recovery before a real breakout to new all-time highs in crypto. It's essential to keep in mind the possibility of a market trap, where we're told that we're not ready to fly just yet. But with that said, we will prioritize the other scenario, the continuing positive and bullish one. As we've discussed with Bitcoin, as long as this defense zone isn't lost, a level where we've had 3 or 4 re-entry opportunities on different days, the market couldn't have been more generous, honestly. It's been very kind. As long as that level holds, we want to stay positive. Either we're already positive, or things will start to get complicated. But we're going to focus on finding these types of structures. And if it breaks, I guarantee you it'll be a party for many. But nothing is guaranteed, not even in the slightest. That's why it must be crystal clear. If this structure is lost, the price will at least need, as I showed with MicroStrategy, a longer period of time to do other things before attempting another breakout in the future. This needs to be understood clearly. Now, when it comes to Solana, we're seeing something we're very used to following at Crypto Insight. After an accumulation process, it manages to break through the creek with great strength, followed by a strong impulse, which smart money loves to track using a channel. How did this line appear? Look at how poorly TradingView is working right now. In other words, as long as this structure isn't lost, my friends, we should keep looking upwards. And when that structure, if it does, breaks down, we'll stop looking upwards. I hope I'm getting the message across clearly. But if you ask me, there's room to go higher. I don't know if they'll do it immediately, but they might even pull off a few fake outs, and that wouldn't be a problem. We could see climactic action here, and then we'll see what happens next. Let's see if they're able to generate that massive black swan that takes us to new all-time highs in crypto. Will it happen? Who knows? Place your bets in the comments, and whoever gets it right wins a stuffed animal from the fair. As a final reflection, like I've mentioned in other videos, of course I see these types of structures playing out in many cryptocurrencies, and now we're right in the middle of it. Absolutely, I see it. Just like I see that MicroStrategy could now be in a perfect trap zone, ready to fall, continue its decline, and then, in the future, seek an upward move. I see that too. That's why we've kept it in mind, and we won't forget this valuable information. I've shown you how to track multiple assets to continue supporting the buy hypothesis. As long as those levels aren't aren't broken, we'll keep looking upward. But we also know we're in a hot zone right now. Even so, we'll keep looking upward. Just look at Polkadot, how happy it looks. And let's see where this takes us. We'll stay positive until proven otherwise. If you liked this video, let me know in the comments. Also, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so YouTube can notify you of future uploads. Share this video with your friends and other trading and crypto communities. Good luck with your trading, and join Crypto Insight Premium, where we do daily live sessions and provide specific trading ideas and entry points every day. The access link is in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Take care!